right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Progressive Podcast. It is episode 94, the first connections. And if you're listening to this or watching this, make sure you take notes. Wow. 6 episodes away, man.
Yeah, six episodes from 100. Beautiful stuff.
Beautiful stuff. But if this is your first time here, my name is Mietani. I'm here with Edmilson, also known as Doomy, also known as the manager, because he knows how to manage the things, you know. So as the head of our podcast. So yeah, Doomy, bro, how have you been, bro? I know it's been a crazy week.
Oh yeah, it's been man.
You don't smoke.
For anyone that knows me, that's watching this right now, as in anyone that's actually here in Joburg, with whether you're a classmate of mine or just someone like a friend of mine here in our building or something,
it's not easy.
Just know that, my word, it has been a difficult week. I think I've gone through every emotion possible. Yeah, it's been really tough. The only thing I've come out of with is that adversity will always be a thing in life. Like, it will always come, and that you must maintain your character, because that's what, at the end of the day, that's what will show through. You know, it's not, you know, obviously sometimes you'll be upset or you get angry, but at the end of the day, your character will show through. So you just maintain dignity, integrity.
Keep it clean.
Keep it clean. Because your character will always show through. Sometimes it'll look like it's not showing through, like you're just in the mud, but it'll show through. So yeah, guys, it's been a tough week, but it's a part of life. It's a part of life. Yeah.
Real. That's so real. I mean, on my end, you know, hey, it's not easy, you know. It's not easy, but it's life, and we're here, you know. Now my week had its own adversity as well, but it was a good week. If I were to rate it, I would rate it out of 10. Out of 10, I'd rate it an 8, you know. Got to see my sisters perform Sister Act. You know, it was very nostalgic being in the crowd, you know, especially at our high school where I used to be on the stage.
Yeah.
You know, and being in the crowd with my mom and dad and just seeing my sisters perform was, I think, it was surreal for me, you know. Like my sisters have the blessing to be like, oh no, my brother's an actor, you know. And to be there for them was also just nice as well, to be able to be there for them as well. It's one of the things I wanted to do this year, is be more active in my siblings' lives, you know. And something very exciting. So I had pitched, because things weren't looking too great at school, and that's something for another day. But I'm putting a play together with a good friend, good classmate of mine, great colleague in the industry, Tumeleng. We're working on a project. We're going to be tackling, you know, some immigration issues, you know, some nice things. But I'll tell you guys when all of that's been pretty much sorted. But do stay tuned. If you are within the area in Johannesburg later on in the year, you'll be able to have the opportunity to watch me perform live, and also on the screen as well. So I'm about to enter a very busy phase with pre-production, rehearsals, and it's about to get exciting, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. So this week's icebreaker is a bit layered, right?
Okay, all right.
But there's been a show that's been trending, The Ultimatum.
Okay.
The Ultimatum South Africa. You can catch it on Netflix. And the main question is, would you take your partner, those of you with partners, would you take them into like that show, like The Ultimatum? For those of you who don't know what it is, you and your partner, you know, go to this show. You know, you kind of put your relationship on pause, and then you pick. There's like other people as well. Then you pick a partner from the other people, spend like 3 weeks with them, you know, just to kind of see, you know, if whatever it is that you want to see.
Yeah.
And the whole reason, and then you come back, and then you go back, you know, then you decide whether if you're gonna part ways with your current partner or stay with your partner, right? Or you're gonna go with the new person that you met on the show. Right, and the reason why it's The Ultimatum, people have been dating for too long.
Oh,
and
right, yes.
when are you putting a ring on it? Or when are you going to allow me to put a ring on it? Because the woman who brought their partners there, there was one guy, I think, in the current season. So would you take your partner onto the ultimatum? Yes or no? Let us know what you guys think in the comments. Personally, it's a no for me, if that's where it's going,
then we probably shouldn't be together.
Yeah,
if we're actually considering, if we're at that stage, we're playing because we know things are gonna get
things are gonna.
You're playing what? If you've come to that stage, just know that you're not really gonna continue together, and you're actually just doing this for fun, and it is what it is, kind of thing. Yeah, because you're not, guys.
Don't play,
because you're inviting things that should not be in your relationship. You're inviting possibilities that guys. There's a lot. You're inviting situations that you don't really want, guys, in your relationship. If you've come to that point, guys, just break up. While you can still be relatively friendly. I'm not saying you're gonna be buddy all the time, but at least
probably
break up with break up with some dignity. Walk away with dignity. Guys, don't do it, guys. Don't do it. Or if you're gonna do it, are they at least earning money or something? Bro,
I don't know if they get paid for these shows.
Because there are shows like I'm trying to think. I think no, not Love at First Sight. I think there are these shows now. A lot of them will be or there's one of them, I forgot what the name is, but they'll bring 20 people onto an island or something. Yeah. And they've matched them, and then their job is to, in the next 4 weeks or 5 weeks, they have to find their match. And if they find their match, then the whole group wins $1 million or something.
Yeah.
So it depends on the premise of the show. I'm just saying, guys, are you earning money?
I don't know.
Oh man,
I don't know. I don't think.
The producer is just making money off of you. They're making money off of the drama that you I mean, I guess they get paid on some level because they're in the TV show, but is there that big reward at the end? Guys,
it reminds me of that show on.
Don't do it unless you know that you're not gonna be with this person and you guys just doing this for fun. Don't do it, guys.
Unless it's that show, man. What's that show called? Next.
Yeah.
Was it on was it Sony Max or whatever?
Yeah.
But don't do it, man. I personally would not do it. You can, I guess, do me now on the same
don't
page.
Do it, guys.
I personally would never let 7 years go by without putting a.
Yeah. Come on. Don't do that. Guys. Come
7 gents, come on, behave. Guys, stand up.
If you're gonna date someone, date with a purpose, guys.
Come on, 7 years, and I get it. Sometimes life cooks you.
Yeah.
Life cooks you. But I guess in our culture, you can always save up for lobola, bro.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You can do it legally. You get married, you sign the papers, bro. Then you save up for lobola. At least your partner knows that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, at least we're going somewhere.
We're going somewhere.
Yeah. 7 years. Guys,
7 years. I could never do that.
If you liked it, then you should have put a ring on it. Yeah. So that means that. He don't like it that much.
Yeah.
He don't like, sister. He doesn't like you that much. It's crazy because you always hear these stories where you'll date 7 years, bro. He never really gives you what you actually want, but you're giving him everything, and then you break up 6 months later. You find out he's dating someone else. 6 months after that, he's married her. Guys. Who was it? Was it Rihanna? If you like it, then
it was Beyonce. I think. Yeah, everyone that you got it.
So guys, it's I think Beyonce said it best, guys. If you liked, you should have put her. Guys, he would have done it if he liked it, bro.
Heck, it's a pandemic.
Yeah, guys, come on. Standard, we speak about this sometimes, guys. The standards are so low today, guys.
Stop it.
The things you
get some help.
Get some help, guys. What was it? Do it, guys. Just do it. Just do it. Do it, bro. I'm not gonna cook. We're not gonna cook for you guys. Just do it, guys. Oh my god.
Oh, finished.
Needed that.
But speaking about your partner, and sometimes, things can be a bit distant and connections, right? This can be a disconnect, right?
There can be a disconnect,
and that's why we're here, making those first connections, right? Within your business, within your relationship, I guess.
Yeah.
Or to get to the point, to get to a relationship, but more so from a business standpoint, right? Some some principles you can use, to kind of achieve what you want to achieve, whatever it is that you want to achieve, right? And there's this thing like Riz, like charisma, like yo, hey there, says Momo, charisma, charismatic. It's very important. You gotta have to be able to pull up to somebody you don't know, but that they're living the life you want to live one day, or you want to do business with them. Show up and be like, hey, good morning, dumelang, sawona, uchanet, goeiemorgen, whatever it is, bon dia, bon noite, bonjour, salut. Like, you have to go up.
Bonjour, salut. Je m'appelle Lukaku.
Man,
shout out Lukaku.
Shout out Big Rom. But like, whatever it is, you gotta overcome the guababa. Guababa is the enemy. I know there's that brother who says guababa could have saved you. How you do one thing is how you do everything, right? So if you are afraid to approach someone you find maybe you're attractive or whatever, how you're gonna approach somebody that you need to kind of get to, like, bump up your CV or whatever, because you're afraid to talk to someone's daughter if you're a guy, or vice versa, or whatever the case may be for you, right? Then how are you going to approach the CEO of the company you want to work at? How are you going to approach that? And you're like, nah, it's work, it's business. Nah,
it's the same, guys. You have to.
You may not.
The mindset is the same.
Yeah, the mindset's the same. You may not want them romantically, but you need money in your pocket. And it's a thing, and I've seen guys be like, they'll come up, after like some of the events that we speak at or whatever, and they're like, how do I do this? How do I approach this person? My brother, my sister, come on, man. You know what you want to do? Do your homework. Homework. That's why we do homework. All right. You research. Where do they eat? Where do they go out for lunch? Where are their offices? Where do they play golf? Do they play golf? What sport do they play? What sport do they watch? Right. What's their favorite team? You got to do your homework. A perfect example of this was when I went to this masterclass last year, right, at one of the sister buildings at the Res, right? And one of the guys from Growth Point, right, his surname was Stain, right? And for those of you who know, Stain City, right, is the person who owns Auto General Insurance and Hippo Insurance, right? So my segue into that conversation was like, hey, nice to meet you, Mr. Stain. He's like, oh, pleasure to meet you. What's your name? I was like, oh, Mietani Chitambira. He's like, oh, great. How can I help you? I was like, before we get to that, I have a burning question, man. Your surname Stain, and I just wanted to know, you guys have like similarities. Maybe I might be wrong. Maybe you might need to ask your mom and dad to do a parental test, you guys might need to do a check. But are you related to Mr. Dale Stain, the owner of Stain City, Auto General, and Hippo Insurance? He's like, oh man, y'all see, man. Yeah, I know, man.
He's flattered.
Yeah, he's flattered. Man's going red, eh? Man's red. He's like,
blushing.
Man's blushing. He's like, oh no, man, Tony, man. Jeez, man. I wish.
Stop it.
Stop it. I wish. Stop it, man.
Stop that.
No, man. And he was like, no. And I was like, oh, crazy, but hey, it was worth a shot. If I never asked, I would have never known, and I'm a person.
There's only one way to find out.
Exactly. And I'm a person who doesn't work on assumptions. And it's like, cool. Then we got into business. Charisma.
Yeah, I'm sure that once you got into business, in mind it was thinking like, oh man, like, it's so great. Like,
what a lad.
Guy, it almost opens the person up. Yeah. They're probably more willing to say more, to engage more with you, rather than if you had just gone up there and kind of, I don't know, like look a bit like too nervous or just like, You're
shaking, my guy.
Yeah.
So like that's just what you need to have. Gotta have that charisma, number one, because it makes you stand out. If you're able to just bring down. See, the nice thing about jokes, right now, if you're looking at the psychology of it, right. It brings down the anxiety. When the anxiety is down, then people are a lot more able to think.
Yeah, they're more relaxed.
So that's what you want to do. All right. Another thing. Now that you've got the charisma, I think for me that's, apart from knowing what you want to do, where you want to go, it's very old school, but it goes a long way, right? I went to this event last year, to the Elite Sports Summit, right, in Cape Town, and my mom was like, dude, get some business cards, right? And I was like, cool. Got 25 business cards. I was very selective with who I gave them to. And then at the event, people were like, oh, dude, people in Cape Town, they got a bit of a posh accent too.
Yeah.
It's like, who still carries business cards in 2024?
That's a lot of business cards, guys.
Business cards, you can see.
Yeah.
Business cards, right? I think I still have 2 left, right? 2 left, but the rest
Are
business
from
cards.
Other companies.
Other companies.
Institutions, yeah.
Yeah.
Even at the Science Forum South Africa.
Yeah, I got some. Yeah. I got this one.
We also got some.
Yeah, we got like 3, 4. Yeah, these 4 are from the Science Forum thing where we were at. So, business cards, right? If it's not a business card, you need a way for people to remember you, right? I haven't had anyone contact me yet, anyways, from a business card. But as for a business card,
that's a touch point, actually.
Yeah, it's a touch point,
like one of those things, something from anything that a customer or a potential customer interacts with from the brand is a touch point. So as soon as it has the logo there, then it's a touch point. Someone, whoever you gave that to, I mean, business people, they probably keep these cards somewhere in the office, at home or something. Maybe someday they're just, I don't know, cleaning out the thing. And then they look at that and they're like, oh, let me search that up. And then it's like a whole big thing. And then they're like, oh no, I need to call these guys now. Yeah. And make sure, we make something happen.
Exactly.
And,
So really, you need to figure out a way. Like even with, when I go to network, like you see on my watch, well, is it on? So you see, there's the Progressive Athlete logo there, right? And when this is like a recent thing, but should I go network, I would change my watch face to a QR code, right? Where now someone could just fill in their details, and I can get their contact details. If we're in an area where they've got data, or depending on how much time I have, or so you always need to be ready to either get their contact, make a sale, right? You need to be always ready, right? So that's what we mean when we say get your business cards. You need to always be ready to make the sale. You need to always be ready to sell. If you woke me up at 3 a.m. and you said, hey, I've got 10 million rand, why should I invest in the Progressive Athlete? I would do my best to regurgitate, but I know I would be able to spit something out right there. As sleepy as I would be, I'd still be able to do it.
Yeah.
And that's what I would want you guys to be able to do for yourselves, whether you're trying to get a job. And even now, if you are trying to get a job, you don't just speak to someone and say, yeah, I'm looking for a job. Okay. How's that going? I'm like, yeah, it's not easy, I'm like, oh, okay. And it's like, yeah, would you mind helping me find a job? I was like, oh, okay. Because do you want a job from me? You get what I'm saying? Like, you need to be direct with what you want. You need to keep it straight forward to the point, because once you start waffling, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So once you start waffling, then essentially when you're speaking to someone, especially from someone who you want to get a job from, that experience will give them is a trailer into how they're going to experience you in the workplace.
Yeah.
So if you don't give them a good first impression, they won't be excited to have you in the workplace, because now if their first impression is like, oh, geez, man, guy's a bit obnoxious,
Yeah.
You wouldn't want that. Now, if they're not happy with the in-person, the first meeting, the chances are a lot lower that they would want to meet with you again.
Yeah.
Especially now, if they are the business owner, now they have to be like, why you and not
someone else?
And not someone else, or AI, depending on what your role is, depending on what it is that you're doing. So you need to be able, first impressions really do matter, and we'll get this thing, as, just being a black man, people will be like, oh, that's a bit too white, or some white people stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's some private school stuff. Do you want to get the bread or not?
Yeah, I don't think, at the end of the day, it's not necessarily white or black. It's just kind of like, it's an MO. Yeah. And people that are successful will
play the game.
They will adhere to the MO.
Yeah, they get the game.
Will adhere to the MO. And
exactly.
So
you gotta play the game, man.
And it's funny because it really is a game. What I've realized, especially this year, is that sometimes you just have to see the situation for what it is.
Yeah.
And go along with it, and obviously bring your own flavor, your own spice, but you also have to just understand what the situation is and kind of go along with it, because you are not yet at the level where you can change things to be something else.
Yeah.
And maybe you won't even want to change things. Hey, if you're successful, then why would you, if it ain't broke,
Life's good.
Don't fix it.
Yeah, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so do your homework. I remember even for that event, before I went to Cape Town, I knew there was going to be some wine tasting.
Yeah.
I knew there was going to be a lot of cheese. I did my homework. I studied the cheese, studied the different types of wines, the Sauvignon Blanc, your dry, your dry wine, your red wine, your white wine, your sparkling wines, I don't even drink wine like that.
Yeah.
Right?
But it's important to
know. Just know for conversation.
Yeah.
For conversation. You see someone with a glass there, I'm like, oh, geez, that looks like Sauvignon Blanc. And I'm like, oh, no, actually, it's just dry red wine. Yeah. I'm like, oh, crazy. Oh, okay, cool. That's fine. Yeah. I hear that it's good to cook with like red meat, And then they'll be like, oh, for real? Yeah, I read it somewhere. Hey, by the way, listen, what brings you to this event? Boom, boom. You're done.
Then things
just by knowing what type of wine it is, even if you know that wine is not the wine that you are going to say.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to know something to get in.
Exactly.
Sometimes all you need is to just get in. Once you're in, you can cook, man.
But, you can cook, bro.
But I think it's that barrier of entry that you have to know how to navigate.
Yeah.
And then you can the rest. And
you see, that's the thing. It won't guarantee you that they'll respond. There's business people that I will call once every month, and I'm still trying to do business with them. And that's just what it is, right? Because everyone comes in their different capacities. Others are decision makers, others aren't, right? And depending on what level you are, so you find like myself, Dumi, for example, from a podcasting standpoint, an ideal connection for Dumi would be someone who runs the podcast, so they can talk at the same level, rather than someone who is like on the part of the podcasting team that kind of increases the timeline of communication, right? And same with myself. I want to meet with the decision maker. So if it's a school, I want to meet with the person who calls the shots. So that is the director of sport. I don't want to meet with the under 14 coach.
Yeah.
With all due respect, right? But an ideal where we can do immediate business. Give me the director of sport. It's on site. Let's do business. Let's chat
under 14 coaches. You guys are
cool. The best. You guys are shaping the next Sia Colises.
No, but for real though, like I think I know we're going on a bit of a tangent here, but in terms of that kind of that grade 8, grade 9 time, which is under 14, under 15, a lot of the things that happen, they really shape what you do for the rest of high school, as well as just what goes on after. Like those coaches, those teachers. So, shout out to you guys, genuinely, you keep
Number
pushing,
one.
guys. You genuinely, like, there are kids that are genuinely affected by what you do. Some kids, they don't have role models at home, maybe father's not there, mother's not there, or, there's a lot of circumstances. And a lot of times it's those people that they'll spend with in those 8 hours, roughly 8 hours of school, because school's got to start at 7 or 8 in the morning, finish at 4 p.m. and, sports and stuff. So it's you guys are important is what we're saying. You guys are important.
Very important.
Yeah.
Very important. So yeah, charisma, do your homework, find a way to get that connection so you can connect. And I think those are the top 3 things really that we can say.
Gotta have that riz.
Yeah, even if your jokes aren't funny.
Yeah.
It'll help you just get there.
Yeah, it's because even if it's not funny, like it will break the ice in a way where you could even play off of that.
Exactly.
You can play off of that. It's just that you just do something, guys.
Yeah.
You just have to do something to get through that initial door.
Like here, let's do a quick role play for the people. Okay, you're gonna be the head of the podcast, right? You are, and I'm gonna be some dude. All right, so this is a role play of how you can approach somebody. All right, y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, hey, Mr. Guilaze, how are you doing today?
I'm doing quite well. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I saw this joke the other day on Facebook, man. I'm not sure if you're on Facebook, but I'm gonna share it with you because I think this is something you'd find funny. Why did the chicken cross the road?
I don't know. Why?
So that it wouldn't end up in a KFC bucket.
Oh my word.
I'm not the greatest at jokes, right? But I am good at what I do, though. And I think you and I could really connect on the podcasting front. All right. I've taken note of your podcast. You guys are streaming in 6 countries in Africa, right? And most of your audience is abroad, right? So maybe to boost your listenership, maybe I can help you connect you with guys abroad. All right, because I've got huge networks with huge podcasts abroad, and I think we can connect you guys there because people really love South Africa. South Africa is looking attractive right now. The Rugby World Cup is won by
Won by South Africa.
South Africa. Taylor just won a Grammy. She's South African. The guy from the UFC is South African. The boxing guy also won is South African. So the energy is really, everything's just flowing to South Africa right now. So could I get your contacts? Right? Can we be able to just meet for 10 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever works on your time, on your schedule? Can I get your number? Is that fine with you?
It sounds like we could work something out. You can take my number, and you know what? We might even be able to have a meeting over a bucket of KFC. Since you thought it was so funny. Yeah.
Cool. So you can just put your details here. Bada bing, bada boom. Done. Bomba clat.
Yeah.
That's how you can do it, guys. So play everything, use everything to your advantage. Nice shoes, sir. Nice watch.
Yeah, every asset you have.
Every asset, the frame of their glasses.
Yeah.
Tell them something. Use what you have. Even if I know I'm a tech junkie, so I know I'll find ways to incorporate technology so that I can, and make sure you're good at what you do. I think that's like a 4th point, like a bonus tip. Make sure you're good at what you do.
Yeah, because I guess the other 3 things won't count if you're not actually
good at what you do. Yeah, so make sure but anyways.
Yeah, and I think in terms of just finding a way in it's okay to be unorthodox. It's probably a good thing to be unorthodox because then you'll stand out. Because I'm sure that, the decision makers, if that's what we're going to call them, they have many people coming to them. They have many people approaching them for asking for opportunities, so on and so forth. So if you can find a way to be unorthodox and stand out, it will really, they will see it. They will see it.
100%.
Yeah.
So that make sure you're good at what you do. Cool. I think now is the best time to, get into the quote of the week.
Quote of the week, right?
Jimmy, take us away.
This one's actually, pardon me. This one's actually quite brief and to the point. And this quote is by Ted Rubin, and he says, "Connections are the currency of the future." Done.
That's real.
Yeah. I think it's quite concise, and it kind of emphasizes what we've been saying. Basically,
it connects everything together.
Yeah.
Anyways, but that's, and it goes back to that thing. Oh no, he got the job because he's connected. Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
If you don't know, even in the jobs where your skill is very important, if you don't know, nobody.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like this thing we say with marketing, right? You can be the best baker in the world and bake the best cakes, but if you tell no one about them, then the cakes that you make are the best cakes in your house.
Yep.
But they have what it takes to be the best cakes in the world. But now, if you don't go on the internet and hit up my boy Ratatouille, be like, yeah, bruv, got these cakes, yeah? They might just make the brothers in France dance in some type of way. Then it's connections.
Yeah.
It's connections. Is it nice? No. Is it fair? No. But is there a chance for everyone to make connections? 100%.
There it is.
And maybe our message may not resonate to all of you, right? Given the background that Dumi and I have, right? We've lived in different countries, right? So we need to know how to make connections. Like Dumi and I have been in situations where we're in a different country. If we don't make a connection, we will not know where to buy bread and toilet paper. And that's crazy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's crazy.
And when you're in a new country, you really have to know how to communicate.
Yeah.
You have to know. And for example, when I left Canada, I didn't know that I wasn't going back. So there's a bunch of things that I don't have that I had to have, some of my friends go pick up at my old house.
Yeah.
And so I don't even have those things, but because I made those connections,
exactly,
I know that they're safe and that when I have a chance to go back,
100%,
visit and also get my stuff, I can do that. So it's important, guys. It's important.
It's very, very, very important. Like, imagine, bro, like Guava was stopping you from knowing where to buy bread.
Come on, guys.
Come on now, dog.
You need bread, man.
Yeah, stop it.
Yeah.
Get some help.
Get some help.
Get some help. But anyways, we really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. All right, do all the things. Let us know what you guys think in the comments as well. Play it for your dog. Your dog might just listen to you if you play them our podcast. How do I know this information? I have a dog too. She doesn't listen to me, but she listens to me when I bring her food. So that's progress. And that's what it's about here at the Progressive Athlete and at the Progressive Podcast. So please, stop it.
Get some help.
Anyways, we'll see you guys in episode 95. Come on. Dango. We'll see you guys episode 95, man. And yeah. Soon. We might just be in a new home. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next episode.